Three. What is up, world? Welcome to the first episode of the show about nothing of 2024.
2024. Yes, sir.
Um,
Fireworks were booming.
Man, them
People
more fireworks. I don't know if it was
celebrating.
fireworks or gunshots.
Well, where I'm from, it was fireworks. We had fireworks booming. We had the night sky was lit up with different colors.
No, look, I know where I'm at, it was fireworks, but I know other places there was gunshots. I know it was gunshots, but
Hey, that's when you gotta go. That's why you gotta grab the ladder the next day and be like, all right, let me see who shot what this time.
come on, I said chalk outline. Oh, damn. Chalk outlines.
Nah, it'd
If you
be no
walk outside with a chalk outline,
in the chalk.
you
No,
need to move immediately.
no, the chalk outline. The chalk outline would be an inflatable Santa that's just like,
Nah. Johnny from down the block who snitched got aired out, like got turned to switch sheaves.
Lord have mercy. But hey, look, everybody, I hope y'all had a very safe and very celebratory 2024 New Year's Eve celebration. I hope everybody partied and celebrated responsibly.
Yep.
Responsibly.
Like I said on Twitter I reposted it, but I said about 3-4 years ago that CVS and Walgreens made a whole lot of money on condoms and Plan B pills.
Woo.
A lot of people lost their morals and woke up with people they don't want to be with. Dang. Yeah, you need an Uber back home, baby girl. You're not keeping it, is it, if you're pregnant? How much is it? Need a Plan B pill. As a matter of fact, Plan B pills on the dresser. There you go. There's somewhere that's happening right now. They discussing like, yeah, we need to.
I'm glad our audience knows exactly who we are, because if anybody who's brand new or just watching this show, they would think you were telling your life story all the way up right
This
now.
ain't me I'm talking about. I'm talking about people. I'm talking about me.
The way that you describing the story and everything, they're thinking like, this man, he's just confessing a whole bunch of stuff right now.
This is the wild boy on the other end.
I'm tame.
This is a wild boy. He be out in these streets. He be out here in them Georgia streets. Picking the Georgia peaches. He out here.
Okay.
He be out there at the barbecue spots.
Hey, look. Southern barbecues. I'm just trying to tell you, they the way of life. They time of your life.
Hey, man, great time.
Hey,
but it's 2024.
Woo.
And I made a bold prediction on Twitter.
Bold prediction time. What we got? Talk to me.
I said now we're just gonna get into the kids. Gonna kick off the main topic before we get into everything.
What?
EA college football drops this year.
Yes.
And I'm predicting that we may get a trailer or some looks next week. We getting some, but I gotta, because it comes out in either June or July. I think they say July or something around that time.
I remember you made that prediction. We talked about it on an episode and we were discussing it. You were like, I guarantee you next year, once the national championship game comes around, we're getting a trailer or whatnot.
You got to.
I wouldn't be shocked. If they drop a teaser trailer or they actually drop the trailer today. I think the Rose Bowl, because that's like that's the big game out of the two playoff games. Because you got Texas and you got Washington in the Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
And you got Alabama and Michigan in the Rose Bowl tonight. And then next week is the Natty.
Yep. And I'm like, I could be wrong. I'm like, I feel like they should do it like now. Like, I mean, like, you don't want to wait because everybody's gonna be glued to the TV next on Monday. They're gonna be glued to everybody's gonna be watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need Texas and Bama to win. Mainly
Bama. They did beat Bama. They beat Bama in Tuscaloosa.
And I feel like, and just for the culture, I need Bama to stomp out.
Of course. Come on. Come on.
Just for coaching, man.
Look, Bama, you have one job. You got one mission tonight.
And
Stall
after all the stuff that came out about the team up north, I forget the dude's name. Like, you cannot have them win the natty. Like, they can't. If they win, it's like,
bruh. And on top of that, Harbaugh, from what I'm hearing, he's not even going to be coaching in Michigan no more.
look,
He might be making the jump to the NFL.
Would you want somebody who got this kind of funk on them in the NFL?
What? Let's keep it a buck right now. Baggage or not.
Money talks. That's what you telling me.
Money talks and walks. Think about it. You've had guys that are playing in the NFL that have had some sketchy situations play out in their past, and let them find some success on the field. All that just go out the door. And with Harbaugh, like, he's had success in the NFL. I mean, let's keep it a buck. He led the 49ers when Colin Kaepernick was on the squad. He led them to the Super Bowl, and it was against the Baltimore Ravens. This was the blackout game in New Orleans. So he has tenure. He does have.
That's the year he played his brother, right? He coached.
It was the Harbaugh. It was the Brother Bowl. It was Jim Harbaugh versus John.
Well, that's his. Oh snap! That is his brother.
Yeah, John Harbaugh, the coach of the Ravens. His brother.
I never put two and two together. I didn't remember they was brothers.
What? You didn't?
I don't follow the Ravens. I don't follow the Ravens. Their coach. I didn't. So
Speaking of following the Ravens, we need to discuss something real quick.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I said this on Facebook and on Twitter. If the Ravens don't even pitch the Super Bowl, they're a bust. Like, you just can't go in up Miami like that and not do anything. I'm sorry. Like, dude, you can't.
Okay, I agree. And I said the same thing about the 49ers too when they traded off Trey Lance. Because for me, I was a little more critical on the 49ers because, like, I've followed them for a while when Kaepernick and everybody was on the team. I still kind of follow them to this day. Like, I've been keeping my eye on them because, like, even with Garoppolo, Trey Lance, and now Brock Purdy and the team that they've constructed, like, they've been consistent. And, like, I just love their fan base. Their fan base is so freaking great. The thing is, though, I was critical of San Francisco because you traded up to get Trey Lance in the draft. And then the plan is to have him sit behind Garoppolo. Garoppolo's supposed to leave. Trey Lance supposed to take over. Garoppolo has a shoulder surgery after the season, which hinders him going anywhere. And then he comes back on a restructured deal, a 1-year deal. Garoppolo's going to be Trey Lance's backup. Trey Lance gets hurt in the second game. Garoppolo comes in. Garoppolo gets hurt. Brock Purdy comes in. Purdy goes all the way to the NFC Championship game, gets hurt in his first series, and then the Eagles go to the Super Bowl, and then the season starts. Trey Lance gets traded to the Dallas Cowboys, and I said it myself, verbatim. I said it on my Twitter. I have it documented, filed. I have it posted. The 49ers just put it out there. It's Super Bowl with Brock Purdy or bust. If the 49ers don't win it all this year, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are going to have the hottest seats in the off season.
I put it like this. I'll even say this. This is like, because it's looking like that's the direction it's going in. I kind of got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, they clinched the 1 seed. They're like, there's no doubt that they could be the team to go all the way.
And I'm like this. If we get a Ravens
49ers rematch,
like, I got the Niners winning because the Niners been this is gonna be their third Super Bowl, right? Going in this era.
I think they have the defense to contain Lamar Jackson. Like, everybody on that defense is quick enough to keep up with Lamar as he scrambles out. Like, they have the defense. They have the linebackers to contain and to like play the right coverages, zone out, and play press man on the running backs, or even play up on one of the receivers. Like they have the secondary to get the turnovers needed and whatnot. Like I look at the 49ers as a complete team. If you were to put those two, the Ravens and the Niners, in the Super Bowl right now, I guarantee you it's going to be close, but I'm looking at the Niners as taking it all away.
I believe you. Cause I'm looking at it like if the Niners, like I said, you asked me, started this when we started back up this, do I think the 49ers could have beat the Eagles? And Brock Purdy would have never went down. Looking at the Eagles now, I'm thinking like, I feel like, then we're gonna talk about like, I just feel like it's timing. It's one of the things where like, yo, your chips fall right. So it's like if you wake up tomorrow morning, you go outside, you go to work, you find $20 on the ground, you go to the store, like somebody already paid for your food. Oh, it's like, oh, you're the 15th customer, you get your food free. Everything is a perfect day. Like you get all the green lights, you know, everything good that could possibly happen to you that day happens. It's just like perfect day. Like you find $20, then you find another 20. Like it's just a look. It can't get no better than this.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then the next day, it's just like everything that could happen happens.
Yeah.
You wake up to a flat tire, you're late for work. Everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the thing that happened with the Niners. And now they're on the other end of like, yo, everything's going right for us right now. It's like the Eagles, like everything was going right, but now like everything's going wrong and everything going right for everybody else. So
here's a question. Here's my question to you, and then we'll dive deeper into the topic of the Eagles. Given the playoff seeding as of right now, before when we were discussing it, it was Tampa Bay at the 4 seed because right now they hold the NFC South lead. They could have clinched yesterday, but they lost to the Saints. But they still have the lead. They could clinch next week. As of right now, it's predicted that the Eagles would be the 5th seed, and they would be traveling back to Tampa to play one more game versus the Buccaneers in the wild card round. Do you have faith that the Eagles could pull it off and go and move on to the next round if that was to be the case?
Are you asking me as a analyst or a fan?
Analyst first, fan first, however you want to answer. But I'm asking you right now.
As a fan, hell no. After how they played yesterday, based off how they played the last 2 games.
You want to talk about it?
I'm gonna answer your question, then we're gonna get into it. After the way they played the last 2 games, you start off hot, then you blow a lead. But you win.
And that was against
the Giants.
Ooh, yeah.
Then you have this game. Sidney Brown, 99-yard INT to the house.
I remember.
He had the lead. This is where it gets disrespectful. You let the Cardinals have the ball the whole first quarter. They ran like they couldn't do, like they didn't care, like you couldn't stop it. It's like somebody
wasn't this the first game that the Eagles allowed over 100 yards rushing?
Dude, it was embarrassing. It was like, now let me get to the point. You allowed them to run the ball on you. They didn't. The Cardinals did not punt the ball at all.
Wait, what?
They did not punt at all.
No punts?
0. Look it up. The Cardinals did not punt at all. So here's the thing. And I'm going to answer the question of the analyst.
Okay.
As a fan, you look at it like, bro, you can't stop the run. Hell, I mean, like I said, then we're going to, it's like, it sucks because, like, bro, you didn't stop. You didn't even try to stop they was on the field the whole time. Like, they burned so much time off that clock. It was insane. It was insane.
Are you kidding me?
So.
Hold up, wait. Pause that. I'm looking at the box score right now for the Arizona Philadelphia game right now.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona passing, Arizona rushing, receiving, fumbles, defensive, interceptions, kick returns, punt returns, Arizona kicking. No Arizona punting.
0. So let me get to my point. It was one of them games where when they got the first touchdown and the second touchdown, I'm like, yo, after Sidney Brown got there, I'm like, yo, calm. I knew the Eagles going to lose after he got that 99. Like, it's over. We're not winning this. I said, they're going to come back. And like clockwork, they freaking came back. It was like
21-6 at halftime.
they blew the lead again. So you asked me, do I think they can got a chance at Tampa? Hell no. Eagles are going to be one and done. Now, are you asking me as an analyst now?
Go ahead.
Hell no. Did you not see how they played the last 2 games?
Did not expect that, but okay, here we go.
I have no faith in this team. I have quietly put up my Eagle stuff. I am not wearing it. I threw it in the back of my closet. I threw it so far in the back of my closet, I made sure I heard the thud before I slammed the door. I'm done with Ohio State right now. I'm done with the Eagles right now. I am like completely, until next season, I am done. I don't give a damn what they do. That's where I'm at with this team. The only thing that can salvage this is Bama and Texas winning. That's the only thing that can salvage this. That's the only thing that can salvage this. Because the only way this could be salvaged is the Eagles do the only, because they already know they're going to lose next week, this Sunday. I already know they're going to lose that game. I'm not expecting. They play the Giants. I don't expect them to. They barely beat them last. I have no. Dude, the Cardinals kicked the onside kick. That's how you know somebody don't respect you.
Did they recover?
They scored and kicked the onside kick.
Did they recover?
No, the Eagles got it. Yeah. But, dude, that's like you playing a game of Uno or somebody's house. You win, then you piss in the lemonade. Or you whip out and piss on their coffee table. You don't respect this person. That's how it's like, dude, they came to your house and put their feet up on your coffee table and dared you to say something and beat you. So as an Eagles fan, you think I think that I have 0 faith. 0. Not playing like that. This is like, it's like saying you made straight A's your junior year. You made straight A's all year. Straight A's. But senior years, you can't even make an A. You make C's and D's. You barely graduate. You graduate, but like, yo, man, like what happened? Like you was doing so good. Like what changed from junior to senior? Like what happened? That's how I felt like, dude. Like you gotta Eagles. I'm done with y'all right now. Y'all gotta clean that up next season, man.
Well, you're not the only one who's looking at their team like there's a lot to clean up.
No, wait, I'm not done yet. Ohio State, y'all are desperate and y'all are screwed. I don't know who the quarterback gonna be next year. I don't know who the quarterback. I don't know what Ryan Day on. You only scored 3 funky ass points, bro. 3, dude. I'm like, bro. I knew they was gonna like. This is another game I had no faith in Ohio State. That rhyme, right? The player hate the game, boss. Once they said Mario Harrison wasn't playing, like, all right. Then I'm like, all right, what I tell you? Devin Brown, what I say? What did I tell you? What I tell you, this is Devin Brown's coming out party. This is going to be the game where we say if he should have been the guy the whole time. Like clockwork. Everybody was screaming for this guy, and he didn't. And I'm not going to repeat the tweet that I sent you that a young lady said. I was like, yo, there was one of them tweets like, I kind of see where you coming from. I told you, like, bro, I kind of see where she coming from with that. And you was like, bro, like, he had no, I'm not going to repeat it on here. It's one of them things like, I see where she coming from. Like that's
Rashard Mendenhall's tweet,
what you
and
say.
you know the one I'm talking about.
Which one?
The one where he says the all black versus all white teams at the Pro Bowl, I'm better than your GOAT.
Oh, damn.
That tweet and the one you sent me, I don't know which one was.
I think the one I sent you was bad because that was like,
I was
And
like,
then the thing was so bad about it was everybody was shredding the girl in the tweet. I think she deleted it, but I'm like, it's kind of thing like, I don't want to say she on or something, but I mean,
I'm going to ask you this question. As someone who follows Ohio State, because with the way my schedule works out and everything, I'm not really able to catch every single football game until like late when I get back home.
right.
Ryan Day,
Look,
do you think he comes back next year, or do you think there could be a changing of the guard in the coaching staff?
I feel like this. I don't know. It's like I said, unless Urban Meyer is coming back, he ain't going nowhere. Unless an old Ohio State vet like a JT Barrett is coaching, or Braxton Miller, or what's my man name? Cordell Jones. Somebody who understands the importance of the. It's like I sent you. Paris Campbell said, like, yo, Ohio State could go 0-11.
Yeah.
But you win the game,
Yeah.
all your sins are paid for. Like, all that is forgiven.
Right.
And I told you that a year or so ago, you laughed. And I'm like, that's how serious that is. Like, it don't matter what it is. If you win that, that's the one game that matters. It is like, I don't think
you sent me, what was it? It was like a tweet or a post or something, and it was along the lines that Ryan Day had to have security at his house.
Yeah, it's serious. It's really like how they do that Dr. Pepper Fansville stuff. How they like these rivalries are serious. I never knew it was that serious, but like it's literally blood versus Crips with that game, and it's real. It's like it's bad. It's like wearing Red Sox gear in New York. It's like wearing Yankees gear in Boston. It's
like wearing Vikings gear in Green Bay.
It's like wearing Eagles gear in Dallas. I get all dirty looks.
Bruh,
like when we were doing good.
Who was it? I think it was when the 49ers went to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. There were some 49ers fans that were posting videos of them walking to the stadium, and there was a whole bunch of Eagles fans just chirping and hounding at them and going at, oh my gosh. Look, I've seen some fan bases, I've seen some fan bases, and how they, react to rivals and this, that, and the third. Philly fans are a wild breed, bro. What? They were dude, and it's not like the Niners and the Eagles are like actual rivals. Like there could be a rivalry now. There could be like an established thing now because like of what's transpired over the past 2 seasons. It's like the Bengals and the Chiefs. Like the Bengals and the Chiefs have established a rivalry now because of what transpired in 2021 when they played in week 17 and when they played in the AFC Championship game, and then when they played again, and then when they played again in the divisional round, and the AFC Championship round again. And like there's like an established rivalry between the Bengals and the Chiefs, and it looks like there could be one with the Eagles and the Niners now as well. But that's wild. Yeah.
But like I say, with Ryan Day, I don't think he should be fired. I just think.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
All right.
He's done lost how many times against the team up north?
He's 1-3, but people say they don't give him that first win because he said he was coming off the tail of Urban Meyer.
Okay, So as of right now, if people aren't going to give him that one win, right? He's 0-3.
Right.
If he goes 0-4 this upcoming season, if he drops this game, if he drops this one, does he make it out as Ohio State's?
I would be scared for my life if I lost 4 back-to-back in the exact same fashion. And then again, I look at it like, I would be like, you know what? Like I said, it's one of the things, like, if you're a quarterback for Ohio State, because now I'm like this. It's like the quarterback situation falls on Ryan Day because he played it out too long. You pointed that out. Like, you were like, yo, me, I'm like, normally I'm the chill one. Normally he's the chill one. I'm the dramatic one. He was dramatic. I was chill, like, bro, give it time, it's gonna work out. He's like, nah, they really need to have a quarterback before this Notre Dame. I'm like, chill, it's cool. And I'm like they say, if you got two quarterbacks, you have no
got none.
So it's kind of like, and then he was basing it off of like, this is my only option. Like, I gotta go. I have no other choice but this guy. And I feel like,
and then word gets around that the guy that was his only option was looking for a way out.
Yeah, like, that's a rumor. I heard like by the game, he was already like 1 foot out. I heard that. That's a rumor. I'm not sure. Ohio State fans, if you're watching this, let me know in the comments if that was a true statement. But I just feel like whoever the quarterback is, because I know this the young boy coming in, Aaron Nolan, he's coming in. I heard great things about him.
The one from K-State?
No. The new kid, Aaron Nolan, he's from, where's he from? I'm not sure where he's from. And that's his real name, Aaron Nolan. I'm like, is that a nickname? Like, his real name is Aaron Nolan. Like, I don't know where kid from, but
is he a transfer?
No, he's a high school kid coming in.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I know there was a report saying that there was a transfer from, like, I think it was like
K-State, yeah.
K-State that silently committed to transferring over to Ohio State, but I'm not sure about that.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't care who it is. Make your decision in this spring game coming up. And when you make your decision, make sure you sit this quarterback, grab him by the shoulders, like grab him, like slam his ass down in the chair and preach to him, like, to the football, the god of Ohio State football, Woody Hayes, like, yo, this game is important. Like, I would say, yo, if you don't win this game, I'm cutting it. That's the kind of coach I be. If you lose this, you're losing your starting spot. I know it's probably a little like, yo, a little pressure. Like, hey, you may like, I was like, this game is too important. Because for 8-9 years, we dog walked the team. Like, we beat them for, like I said, even if the Panini year didn't happen, we would have beat them again. It would have been an ass whooping. Cause like, it's like, I just like, cause like I said, that first INT from McCord, like, I knew it was over. Like, bro, you done. It's over. This game there's no way we coming back. And we didn't. But that's enough of that. Tampa, talk to me. Cause Tampa, your team looked way better than my team. They lost, but they looked.
No, they didn't.
They looked,
bruh. They looked better in the fourth quarter. They looked like, okay, so Tampa's coming off of a 4-game win streak. It's practically win and you clinch the NFC South and you clinch a home playoff game. And all they had to do was beat the New Orleans Saints at home.
That's the same thing the Eagles. All they had to do was win that game yesterday. And we had it.
Bruh, they had a 4-game heater going. Baker Mayfield playing his best ball. His only interception up until yesterday's game was December 2nd, I believe, versus Carolina. And after that, he threw no picks. He was like 9 touchdowns to just 1 interception. Like he was on a heater. Like this team was clicking. Everything seemed to be going smooth. Vibes were high. First drive of the game, New Orleans gets the ball. 8-minute drive. They take it all the way down, get 7. Tampa Bay gets the ball, first drive, 3 and out. And it was like that the entire game. Tampa Bay got shut out they got shut out 17-0 at halftime. They only mustered up 44 yards on offense.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Because me and my mom, I can't explain it. She likes football, but she ain't into football, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like she don't keep up with anything.
Right.
So she's like, she likes it, but she watches it, but she does it like.
So she basically does what my dad does. When the big game is on, she'll watch.
Yeah, but it's like it don't even like she's not as dedicated as I am to it. But anyway,
right.
She like, why did so she asked questions like, it seemed like when the team be doing good, it's like they get to the toward the final stretch, they start being stupid. I'm like, that's a very true statement. But I'd be like, when you get to the end of the day, like, do y'all already we already got the spot, we good? And do they just hit the coast button like they don't go hard anymore? Like,
I think that was the case with Tampa. I think now they're not going to come out and say, "Yeah, we underestimated, we overlooked the team or whatever."
But the Eagles did.
I'm gonna say this: New Orleans had to have this game. They had to win because had they lost, they would have been eliminated from playoff contention.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been eliminated from playoff contention altogether. So you could tell who wanted it more. Now, Tampa did put up a rally. They were able to get points on the board. Baker did throw for 2 touchdowns, but earlier in the game, he threw for 2 picks. One of the picks, it was basically he basically just punted the ball away. It was just like it was a good ball, but like he just like threw it. It was like just short of like the receiver he was throwing to. The second one was just a bad ball altogether. There was a pass, like he throws a touchdown pass. It's like 23-7. They get a stop. They get the ball back. Baker throws a bomb, 62-yard beauty of a pass, gets caught by Trey Palmer. And you know how you see a receiver when they catch the ball and they're running full speed, they start to lose their balance and they kind of fall over forward.
Yeah.
If they got the ball, what do they do? When they fall forward, they tuck, so like they don't lose it, right?
He didn't tuck.
He had the ball in his hand. I guess he was trying to catch his balance. His elbow hit. The ball popped out. He wasn't touched. They called it a fumble. 62 yards completed, but he lost it. Tampa Bay, before that game, they had only allowed 2 turnovers. They had 4 turnovers lost in that game against New Orleans yesterday. And now it's pretty much a must-win situation for Tampa next week. They go to Carolina. They win versus Carolina. They clinch the South, and they clinch a home playoff game. If they lose, the winner between New Orleans and Atlanta goes to the playoffs.
Look.
So it's like it's a game where like you really hoped that you could have like taken care of business yesterday, but unfortunately that's not the case. And now we're in a situation where like with Tampa, they have to play with their backs against the wall one more time, which technically it is. Like every single game up until that point, when they were on that 4-game win streak, it was pretty much a win or go home situation for them. They were playing that playoff mentality already. Yep. I just think that they got comfortable with the 4-game lead. They got excited and they were like, yo, like we can clinch right here. We got this. Yo, we done beat them before. Because when they played New Orleans in week 4, they went to New Orleans and they thumped them boys 26-9.
But you know what's so bad about this situation for both parties, for both teams? I'm coming from a standpoint of nobody respects you anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like me and Izzy are brothers. We brothers. It's like if he does something that I don't agree with, or he's living his life a certain way, or vice versa, I'm doing stuff that he doesn't approve of as my brother. I don't like what June is doing. I don't like that. And you may not, because he says wild stuff at times, but it's like he doesn't go to the level of wild stuff that I'll say. Like he'll say stuff like on girls like this, like yo, this nigga don't respect me no more, dude. Like you can tell the level of disrespect, bro. Like, I done already lost respect, but this still my homie, but I don't respect this dude as a man no more. Like it's like you get real, like you talk to me in a way like the respect is gone. Right. That's the Eagles. The respect is gone. So after you look at that game they did last night, you don't expect me to believe if you get an opportunity, if you go on the road and have to play Tampa, I'm terrified of Tampa. I am scared as hell as Baker Mayfield. It's yo.
Wait, what?
I'm terrified of Baker Mayfield. The way the Eagles played yesterday, I am more terrified of them than the Giants, and I am terrified of the Giants right now because like the Eagles losing that game because they're not playing no starters.
Oh, that's right. They're probably going to rest their starters.
They rest, which they don't need to. Everybody needs to play because Smitty's injured now. I don't know what's going on with Smitty. AJ Brown is everybody on that team, but like yo, y'all need to play that game. I don't give a damn what. Hey, y'all need to get some confidence back. Like, and you can't go into this game and beat the hell out, hang 50 on the Giants now. Like, where was all that at last week? Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. Then if you do that, then you get annihilated by Tampa or whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but in the same token, it's like nobody respects the Eagles. There's no fear of the Eagles like it was like, man, we got to go to Philly and play. Whoo, the Eagles was hot. But now
it's kind of the same thing in the AFC with the Chiefs. You know, you look at the Kansas City Chiefs right now and like, yeah, they beat Cincinnati yesterday, but like Cincinnati didn't have Joe Burrow. They had Jake Browning, and Browning played a pretty decent game. I'm not going to front. Like, he played great.
Hold on real quick. And both teams that were in the Super Bowl look like ass now. They look horrible. But you said Kansas City. You know what? Who did they play week 1? Who did they play week 1?
The Detroit Lions.
Now, I feel like Detroit took whatever power that the Kansas City Chiefs had because the Detroit Lions been on a heater, and he's been campaigning for him. I'm like, yo, it's the Detroit Lions for me. Like, I don't know if it's Jared Goff.
He's been hating. He's been a hater.
He's hate. Because it's like
big hating over here. This man right here, every time I try to tell him you need to keep an eye on the Detroit Lions, you need to pay attention. He's like, but they're just the Lions.
They are just the Lions.
And I'm like, bro, you could look back at the past of the Lions from when Matt Stafford was playing with Megatron to when Barry Sanders was running crazy with Kitna and Orlovsky as the quarterback. Like, you can go back as far and be like, okay, you could base it off. You can't say that now about this Detroit Lions team. They are a different breed. Like, they are younger, they're quicker, their coach, I don't know if you know this, but their coach was on the 0-16 Lions back in 2008. He played on the 0-16 Lions in 2008. He knows the struggle. He's been there. So
I feel like here's my issue with the Lions. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me tell you.
All right, what's
I don't. It's like I've never followed the Lions. The Lions they never been the team like must see, greatest show on turf as they called it.
Right.
I'm like, it's the Lions now. No disrespect to Jared Goff. Like yo, he's doing great things, but it's like. It's one of them things like, all right, cool. I'm like, it's like, I want you to show me. If you would have told me 5 years ago that
let's not forget Jared Goff before you finish your statement. Jared Goff did take the Rams to the Super Bowl.
He did. Now, if you would have told me about 6 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that a blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy by the name of Joe Burrow is going to go to a school by the name of Ohio State, graduate and transfer to LSU, take that team to a national championship, get drafted first round, go to the Cincinnati Bengals, tear his ACL week 1, come back week.
It wasn't week 1. He tore his ACL week 11.
Week
It was
11?
against Washington.
You're right. Forgive me. Week 12. You said week 12?
11.
Week 11. Tears ACL week 11. Come back next year. Lead his team to a Super Bowl.
With the worst offensive line in the league.
Let me explain. If you would have told me that the Cincinnati Bengals would be this, I would have laughed. If you would have told me 10 years.
Cleveland Browns would be a playoff / Super Bowl contender.
Hold on. If you would have told me that the Kansas City Chiefs would have got a young man from White House, Texas, named Patrick Mahomes, and take this team to a Super Bowl, 4, because he lost the one to Tampa. This man could have had 4 Super Bowls, right? No, he got 3 already. Well, he got 2. Oh, okay, because
he's been to 3. He only got 2 because he lost to Tampa.
So if you would have told me that Kansas City, a team that nobody was ever checking for when I was a kid.
Alex Smith was the quarterback. Kareem Hunt was the running back at the time, but then got released.
It's like nobody was checking for no Kansas City. Nobody was checking for no Cincinnati. Nobody was checking for no Dolphins. Nobody was checking for no Jacksonville. But now, all these teams got something in common.
What's that?
Great quarterbacks. Now, if you were to tell me a man by the name of Caleb Williams from USC, Heisman winner, get drafted to, let's say, Detroit Lions. I don't know how they'll pull that off. I think he may be a first-round pick. I don't know what Detroit.
He's going to be a first-round pick. In Detroit, they will be picking late in the first round since they're going to be in the playoffs.
So, if some way Detroit must up a way to get a great quarterback in the draft, because I don't think it's going to be a quarterback-driven draft this year. But,
it is.
Okay, so like
they're saying that the 2024 NFL draft is going to have one of the strongest quarterback classes.
Okay, so I'm just saying I just feel like
you got Bo Nix, Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels out of LSU. Those are just the top 4 names, but there's more.
Yeah, I'm getting back. So I'm gonna get back to what I was saying.
Go ahead. My bad.
Detroit they look good. Defense is good. I'll give them their offense. What's his name? Jamal Williams?
No, Jamal Williams is in New Orleans.
What's the dude? The wide receiver from Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes, the other one.
Jameson.
Okay, him. Those 2 are phenomenal.
Speedster. Like they take the top off the defense quick.
I mean, like it's kind of. I think I could put it past me because
on top of that, you got Sam Laporta on as the tight end.
Hey, look, defensively, I got to put it aside because he's in the NFL now. Aiden Hutchinson, boy, the dog.
Hutchinson's he's a stud.
I mean, like
stud.
But I'll put it like this. Then we're gonna talk to the big thing about Detroit.
Okay.
I feel like if Detroit, some way Detroit musters up a crazy playoff run, I wouldn't even know what to say. I don't even know if I have words for that if they go deep into the playoffs. And speaking of mustering up, I think they got screwed.
Okay.
So Detroit march down the field.
They get a touchdown.
Get a tub.
They need a 2-point conversion to take the lead, or a field goal to extra point to tie, because it was 20-19 at the time, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 20-19. Detroit either kicks an extra point, ties it up, and goes to OT, or they go for the 2. They go for the 2, right?
Yep.
They get the 2-point conversion. Everybody's celebrating. And then all of a sudden, there's a flag on the field. A late flag, might I add you, after the play is done. And then you hear the referee call an illegal touching penalty. And then he says that number 68 did not confirm that he was eligible, or he didn't.
And the funny thing about it, because like I said,
He saw the footage.
Look, the first time, like, I've started paying attention to a lot of more sports stuff since, like I said, my boy, between the two of us, Izzy is very, 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 very knowledgeable. I give him his flowers on that. So I've been paying more attention to it. I've been digging. I've been looking like, oh, they said, what's the coach name again? Dan what?
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell, like, yo, I told him before the game, these are all the plays from the punt, from the fake punt. They told him like all the stuff that who's eligible, what's not, and what's these. I told him that this guy was eligible. So the 3 linemen went up to the ref, throw the Cowboys off, and I guess he didn't know, or whatever the case may be. Then
so Jared Goff, when they started coming up, he points them all to go to the ref to say, like, yo, you need to go confirm yourself. Let him know you're
I'm going to get that confirmed. And the ref, like, they told me nothing. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like,
okay, so at first when you hear that, you're like, oh, they must have forgot. But then footage comes out from multiple angles. They show multiple angles, footage. They show Jared Goff pointing out the referee, like, yo, you need to confirm. You got 2 of the linemen, and you got number 68 coming off the sideline. And they all seem to, like, get the confirmation, like, yo, I'm coming on, I'm eligible. And it looks like the referee is seeing the guy running up, and he's like, okay, cool. Supposedly what the referee says is that he didn't see 68 come up, but he saw 70 in the other guy, but he didn't see 68. Now, all that to say, Detroit, I love the aggressiveness. I love the fact you want to win. Dan Campbell, I will give you your flowers. You are a player's coach. You understand where these players are coming from. Like I said, this man here, Dan Campbell, was on the 0-16 Lions from 2008. He played on the roster. So he gets it. You get the 2-point conversion negated off of that penalty. I get you want to get aggressive. So you try to run a play. You get Micah Parsons to jump offside. You get back to the original line to go for the 2-point. At this moment, I love the aggressiveness. But sometimes you just gotta play it safe. And this was a moment where, like, I get it. You want to be aggressive. You want to go for the win, but maybe y'all should have just kicked the field goal and went to OT.
Can I tell you something? I feel better if somebody even said it on Facebook. I'd rather lose in overtime than like that. I would feel more respectful if I lost in overtime.
Right.
But I told you this a few episodes ago. I really would love for the NFL to adopt the college football play overtime rules, because I hate the NFL rule that, okay, Izzy goes down the scores, he wins. I have no chance of getting even it's not fair. It's not like the NBA. School. It's like, that's how it was in the NBA. That's how it was. Oh, first one to score, it's over. So all Steph Curry got to do is shoot that mother from the goddamn half court, and it's over. Walk off.
Yeah, like, a walk off half court shot.
Man, you know he gonna make it. It's Steph Curry.
I don't know about all that.
Man, you know if the ball in his hand
I would be more, dude. I would be more scared of Damian Lillard at half court than Steph Curry.
Man, look, I don't give a damn if nigga. It could be LeBron. I don't give a damn. Don't put that ball in that man's hand. So I'm rather saying, all right, cool. Do it like they do in college. I get a chance to score. Izzy get a chance. Okay, boom, tied again. Boom, boom, going back and forth. I didn't see like a college game with 4 overtimes in it. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But
that would be crazy.
It's in like, at least you went down in a fight. Like you didn't just beat me. And I know it's like NFL do like I don't like the overtime rule. Like so it's like, all right, especially if you got a Aaron Rodgers, a Brady, a Burrow, a Hurts, what's my man name? Mahomes, even Dak. If you give any of those balls in overtime, you get him a chance it's over. You're not going to really get a chance in overtime. It's over. It's very rare that I've seen the team go down the field in overtime and not get the tub. You know what I'm saying?
They have enhanced the rules to where, like, if you go down the field, but you only muster a field goal, then the other team gets a chance to score.
That's fair. That's fair. I get that part. But just to say, all right, go ahead and go down that field. You score a game over. Like you on the sideline hoping your defense will stand up. You gotta have an all-star team defense for me to have. Like you gotta have Ed Reed,
Brian Dawkins,
Deion Sanders, Richard Sherman. You gotta have a 99 defense for me to be the guy. Cause I've seen my team get aired out on a nigga. That's how you're gonna do it. Touchdown like dog. But like I said, do I believe the Detroit Lions got screwed? Yes. Do I feel like they should have went for 3? Yes. Cause I get you want to just get it over with. Like they already know what you're gonna run. So just they seen what we're gonna do. Just kick the 3 and just hope for the best.
Yeah, because again, in the situation at hand, like you went for the 2-point conversion twice. The first one you made it, but it got called back because of a penalty. The second one, Micah jumped offside, so they're already thinking, all right, they're just gonna go for it a third time. They were ready for it. By the time that third one come around, you might as well just be like, look, play it safe, go to overtime, and just try it out from there. Because like they got the team to to content to do it. But Detroit, they got the short end of the stick. Oh, and by the way, I bet you didn't know this, but that illegal touching penalty made its return the day after.
Look, here's my issue. It's one of the things where I look at it like, yo, Black, I feel like it's really making me.
Bruh, let me explain the illegal touching.
Wait. Let me get this. Give me a second. All this stuff that's going on this season is really making me not like the NFL, bro. It's like, dude, it's like one of the things, like, I don't like watching it because all these, like, and then they said that game for, what game was it? The Detroit Lions, their referee has blown 3 primetime games. The Kansas City versus Kansas City versus who they play? I know it was the Dolphins, Eagles,
Packers,
Chiefs, and I forget
Detroit,
Dallas. They said that team, that coaches, that ref staff has been downgraded, and they will not be calling any more games. I do imagine.
I'm looking. I actually read it right here. Lions Cowboys referee crew downgraded and out of the 2024 NFL playoffs. Brad Allen's referee crew might miss the 2024 NFL playoffs following their controversial call in Saturday night's game, per Adam Schefter.
Black, let me talk to you. Shout out to LA Knight.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
That's the new what?
Exactly.
That's the new Stone Cold Steve Austin. What?
Man,
and a beer, what? And another beer, what? And some whiskey, what? Some vodka, what?
a margarita.
What?
But no, hold on. We getting off topic. I just feel like you can't have a team. You can't have a staff. Imagine if that's your game that to win and they blow the game. And then they got the nerve to say Rule 17, Roger Goodell can overthrow. Dude, they have never in the history of me watching football overturned a game. Ever. They're not going to do it.
You want to know what's even worse?
What's up?
You want to know what's even worse?
What's worse?
It's the fact that these referees, and we use Brad Allen, we'll use the crew from that Saturday game between Detroit and Dallas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brad Allen makes that controversial call, like makes that call. Players can't criticize the referees. They can't be like, yo, that I don't agree with that call. I feel like that was out of line, yada yada. They can't say nothing about that because they'll get fined. Coaches can't make that call. They can't say nothing about it because they'll get fined. But the referees can make a call and do whatever. What happens to them? I mean, we found out that Brett Allen, he may not even be coach. He may not be refereeing the playoffs this year. And I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. But like, there has to be accountability within these referees. And it's not only that there's lack of accountability. I think it's the fact, and I've heard people make this argument about the referees, they're not full-time. The referees are part-timers. If you had the referees as a full-time gig and you trained them up to properly call the game, like in and out, no bias, like down the line, like you sat them down in like a classroom and you taught them every single rule and made sure they understood what they're calling it, why they're calling it, and how they're calling it, or whatever the case may be, then by all means, I guarantee you a lot of these controversial calls, a lot of these missed calls, blown calls, whatever you want to say, we wouldn't be having it. But because a lot of these guys are part-time and they're not really established referees, like, yes, like they're established names and they're recognizable because they've been there for a while, but they're not salaried members of the NFL, all like as a whole.
But see, they need to do something about that. They need to like. They need to like no. Like you need to have a full staff. I feel like a lot of these calls they get it's like the blown call against the Saints and the Rams that year. The Saints should have won that game.
Oh, the passing interference.
Yeah, they didn't call it, and they'll be like, "Yo, they got hold." Like, yes, they did. Like, it was blatant. Like, oh, it wasn't targeting. Dude, it was a blatant targeting call. It was blatant. Like, it was like, bro, like you really. But like, it's like when you start looking at the game the way from not a conspiracy theory perspective, more like, yo, it's making everything the people say about professional sports look true. They know who they want in these big games. They're like, we want this team to play this team. TV ratings are going to go crazy. It's like when you look at, I forget what game it was. I think it was the Eagles versus the Dolphins game. That was like the highest rated Monday night game at the time. And they compared to another game, like, oh, we beat that out. It's like, you know what a primetime game. Hell, that's why they gave the Jets the first primetime game because they had Aaron Rodgers.
Jets Bills.
You say, yo.
And like the Jets, they had like what 4 or 5 primetime games because Aaron Rodgers, he was supposed to be quarterback in the Jets. Like it was the Bills Jets that first game. Then it was going to be the Jets Chiefs, the Jets, and I believe the Chargers. And there was 2 other games, but they had like 5 primetime games. But when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, what happened to the Jets? I mean, they had their primetime games. Don't get it twisted. They still had it, but like you saw, like you didn't get that type of viewership and like
exactly. Nobody want to. I mean, let's be real. Nobody want to see no Zach Wilson. We want to see Aaron Rodgers do what Aaron Rodgers does, and that's drop back and get what Jalen Hurts say, get freaky on that field. We want to see Aaron Rodgers just do what Aaron. and hopefully next season we get to see them. But at the same token, I'm like this. It's beginning to look like everything people say about sports is true. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a conspiracy. I like a good conspiracy theory, but like, is the NFL made a whole joke about it? Commercial, like, yeah, the NFL rigged. Ha. Is it scripted?
The script writers.
It's like now it's looking like it ain't no. It's like they say they put the medicine in the candy. It's like, yo, we gonna tell you it ain't. So y'all will like, hey. But look, I mean, who knows? But speaking of football, guess what's happening in March?
Oh, I saw it, and I got a problem with it already.
Yep, the UFL, the XFL, and the USFL emerged, and now it's the US. They kept 4 teams from the USFL and 4 teams
from the
XFL.
It's 4 teams. It's an 8 team thing between the XFL and the UFL. So they combine both leagues. The thing is, though, with the XFL and the UFL, each team, each league had about 16 teams on both sides of the ball.
Right.
Well, now it's only 4 teams from both leagues. So you have
more teams. Are they going to add more teams, do you think?
I would hope so, because there are teams like from the XFL. You had the Seattle Sea Dragons, which was a wildly popular team. I would love to see them come back.
Washington was good too. Washington
was good. Yeah, the DC Defenders. That's who you're talking about.
Yeah, DC.
They're in.
Okay, cool.
So right now for the 2024 United Football League, the conferences, you have the USFL and the XFL. So the USFL, you have the Birmingham Stallions, which are the champions.
Wait, time out. How did the division work? It's only 8 teams. So there's no division? No conference?
It's only 2 conferences. There's no divisions.
Okay, so like how?
It's the 4 teams from the USFL and 4 teams.
No, I get it. I'm like looking at it from an NFL standpoint. Like,
I get what you're talking about.
I'm like, this is gonna be.
It's gonna be interesting.
Team. Like this is gonna be very interesting. I'm here for it because I ain't gonna lie. I enjoy the XFL.
Me too.
I enjoy the USFL. I'm like, my thing was both seasons started off real slow, and I'm like, yo, this how they should. I think it was the USFL. So see how they starting now? That's why I was pissed about the X. Man, they starting out way too slow. But I like the X. But are they keeping the rules? Are they keeping rules?
I believe so. I believe what they're going to keep the rules that they had for both leagues. They're going to intertwine them together. I think Danny Garcia, along with The Rock, they were talking about it on College Game Day. And she said, like, the technology, the rules, and everything, they're going to keep those. So you're going to see a lot of that coming into the league this year. But I have the teams right here.
Talk to me. Drop the knowledge on before we get out of here.
All right. So the USFL conference, you got the USFL champion, the 2-time USFL champion, Birmingham Stallions. I don't know where that always goes. I don't know how that works. You got the Memphis Showboats, the Michigan Panthers, and the Houston Roughnecks. Now, the thing with Houston, they had an XFL team and a USFL team. So what they were doing is they kept the XFL team and they put them in the USFL conference.
Okay.
So, you have, again, so you got the Birmingham Stallions, the Memphis Showboats, the Michigan Panthers, and the Houston Roughnecks. Now, in the XFL conference, you have the Arlington Renegades, the XFL champions, the only team from Dallas to ever bring a title.
Damn.
You have the wildly popular St. Louis Battlehawks.
Can we talk about the Battlehawks real quick?
Bro, every single game that they hosted at home, over 35,000 fans.
Dude.
They sold out the dome every single time.
And I'm like, we talked about it last year. I'm like, You like, yo, St. Louis ain't had a team since the Rams left, so they definitely. I didn't expect people to pull up for an XFL team the way they pulled. They pulled up. Now, I think I said my pick. If it wasn't Dallas, I say, yo, Arlington with Dallas to win.
St. Louis would have been done.
Yeah, I said St. Louis would have been. That would have been a good one, but like that was insane. That was, and like, go ahead, continue before.
Okay, so you got the St. Louis Battlehawks. You got the San Antonio Brahmas playing at the Alamo Dome.
Alamo Dome.
And then you got the return of the Beer Snake. The DC Defenders are back. They are playing in the XFL Conference. And the season starts March 30th, where the XFL champions, the Arlington Renegades, play the USFL champions, the Birmingham Stallions, to kick off the season.
So how many weeks is it?
I would have to look up and see more information, but as of right now, that's what they're saying. This is going to be game one. It's champion versus champion.
So I'm like this. So if we start in March, so they probably going to be done by like June, July.
So pretty much the spring training, by the time that the NFL gets through the draft and it gets to like spring training around that time, the season should be about ready to wind up, and then we'll be right back into the NFL season.
That's insane.
Put it like this. There are going to be guys who maybe missed out on the draft, maybe haven't had a chance to like really, get the chance to play on the NFL team, or like The Rock said, they were the 54th man that got cut. They were the number 54. They were just this close, but they got cut last minute. So now is their opportunity to like play in the spring league, get tape of themselves out there. And the XFL has had a great track record. And I mean, they've had a tremendous track record of guys going from the XFL to the NFL. And I mean, there were guys that were getting picked up left and right this season alone.
Oh yeah.
There was guys getting picked up left and right. Like you got Ben DiNucci, the quarterback of the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Yep.
He got picked up by Denver. You got AJ McCarron. He was the quarterback of the Battlehawks. He got picked right back up by Cincinnati.
And then on top of that, it gives I think Seattle Sea Dragons, they had Philip Lindsay. He was just in the NFL like 2 years. I'm like,
Philip Lindsay played for Denver. He played with the Broncos, and they got picked up by Seattle.
I'm like, that must be a humbling experience. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, didn't Gordon, the one that played for Cleveland, what's his name? He's a wide receiver.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He calls himself Flash.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
He played in the XFL too.
That's like that. I want to know how that feels to be like at the top of the highest level. Then you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I gotta get back to the top. Like, I would be like, that gotta be humbling.
Matter of fact, there was a running gag. There was a running thing that me and another guy on Twitter /X, we would have this like argument with a whole bunch of fans from Cleveland or whatever, and other like football fans about a certain quarterback. They're like, man, he's an XFL quarterback at best now. He's not that good anymore. And we're like, bro, if he was to go to the XFL, that man would have thrown for 5,000 yards. You would have seen him go back to his old college habit, and he would have killed.
That's my thing. Here's my thing. Like, that's always been my thing about like certain players. Like in the homie Job told me, like, yo, I said, you know how somebody be a beast in college? Like they be like just like a quarterback dropping back for like by his junior year, he threw up like 2,000 something yards. These crazy numbers. When he gets to NFL, he can't even scratch that. You're like, yeah, man, because you playing the best of the best of the best in the NFL. And Kyle, you're not playing the best of the best. You playing some of the best, but you got the most elite people in the NFL. Like, that's why it is. Like, yeah, damn. But I feel like wrapping it up, bro. Going back to what we talked about at the beginning. NCAA dropping this year. What team you going with first? Are you rebuilding a dynasty, or you going into the road to the Heisman? And what position you gonna play, and what team you playing for, and what school?
I think they got the transfer portal in there too.
They got it in there, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Ooh, okay. So I know for a fact I'm playing QB.
Okay.
I gotta be behind center.
What school are you playing for? What school you gonna start off with, or you gonna do transfer portal?
What? I don't know. I might honestly. I know I've said a couple of schools, but okay. I'm gonna start at Colorado with the Buffaloes.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with them, and then I might transfer over to another school.
I'm gonna do the gangster thing. I'm gonna go to like, what school is that? What school is it? I got to think of. I think Texas played them. Hold on, did they play? Hold on. Keep talking. I gotta find a school.
Uh-oh. Wait, is it like a low rank school? Or what are we talking about?
I'm going to like Wyoming. I'm going to North Dakota. I'm a ball out with them to chance the portal. Like, I'm going.
So you're gonna start with like a lower tier Power 5 school, and then make your way up to an actual contender.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm doing that first. I'm gonna do that and transfer to like a big school. But with my creative play, like with me, like we doing my thing with Junie, bro. Y'all already know I'm going. There's 2 schools, and one of them is on my hat, and one of them I'm mad at. So I gotta go there and do the right thing for my squad. I'm gonna make a running back and a quarterback.
Ooh.
So, for my low ranking team, quarterback. High level team, running back.
Oh, so you're playing 2 different positions. So 2 separate positions, 2 separate schools.
Yep.
Okay. Huh. You know what? I never thought about that.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, I'm never playing Madden again when this game come out. Unless Madden steps it up, like you could like draft, put your dude on Madden in the story. They got like a good like career mode, like season thing on Madden.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna say that I think this is gonna mess up Madden. Ain't nobody gonna play Madden after this.
Madden, I think this to me, I think this is gonna help out Madden, because while everybody is like focused on NCAA, Madden can actually get back in the lab, fix whatever the heck is going on with that game, and then put it like when they make the My Career mode or whatever it is, put it to where like you can actually transfer your college.
Yeah, like they used to do back in the day, NCAA. All them old NCAA. Once I found that you could do that, I'm like, oh, okay. That's fire. But I'm like this.
They need to do that again.
And look, and I think they are, and I say this, and we're gonna end it. And I'm gonna let you send us off.
All right.
I feel like this. Madden, because like I said, and I'm gonna still stand on that. They don't need to make NCAA every year. Once every 2, once every 3 years. Because like I said,
rosters.
What's up?
Just
that's all you gotta do. Because when you look at it, like, all right, if you do dynasty mode, if you start rebuilding the school, the first you're gonna by your 3rd or 4th year, everybody's
gonna be gone.
All generic players anyway.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be generic anyway. Especially if you do go deep into the season, everybody's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So what's the point of making a yearly game, and you just go, all right, Marvin Harrison, okay, cool. All these top guys, they're going to be gone anyway once you keep playing. So if
Yeah.
you do that once every other year, okay, then 2027, make a new one and then update do the same format. Because Madden, you got to make it like I hate they make Madden every year because like it gets repetitive. Like
Bro,
football,
all you got to do on Madden, like literally, all you have to do on Madden is like, let's say you're starting a franchise mode on Madden. They'll give you the option. Do you want to start with the current rosters that we have on like that's loaded up already, or do you want to go with the live actual like rosters is downloaded? And if you go with the download the actual rosters, you can see the rosters of every single team, and you'll see the updated rosters like who's the starting quarterback, the running back, and everything. And with all the injuries that we've had, believe me when I say they've updated it to where like, oh, I'm gonna play with the Vikings and Kirk Cousins is gonna be my quarterback. Wrong. It's Josh Dobbs. Oh, I'm gonna play with Cincinnati and I got Joe Burrow at the helm. Wrong. You got Jake Browning. Oh, I got friggin' I got friggin' who's another quarterback that who's another quarterback? Oh, Justin Herbert with the Chargers. I'm gonna play with him. Wrong. It's this other guy.
and I feel like with
It's been a bad year for injuries, bro. It's been a horrible year for injuries in the NFL.
and I feel like with Madden, it's like especially if they do like a how they did with Rose of Glory. Then you can go superstar mode in Madden. Like you start in the trash apartment. If you play Madden 2006, you know what I'm talking about. You start your in college. You start in your freshman in that trash little dorm room. You start moving up your dorm. Then you go to Madden, got that trash apartment. You get a better spot. Do you get like a better spot? It's like if you do that in Madden and make kind of like a how NBA 2K has it, like a My Career.
Oh, that'd be tough.
Similar to that. Oh, hours of fun. You gonna get like, bro, come on now. In Madden already like tiptoeing in that direction, but it's still ass. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
NCAA about to act a fool. Like, the game was supposed to come out last year, but they pushed it back to this year. But I'm saying now, if you got all the bugs, all this, of course, probably still gonna be some of them,
some glitches and other stuff because it's day one. Yeah.
Whatever you had to do to make this game come out right, oh, it's gonna be insane. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Send us home, Izzy.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's the first day of the new year. And matter of fact, I want to send it off like this. June.
What's up, man?
Give me one resolution. I don't really do resolutions, but just for the fun of it, give me one thing you want to see happen in 2024 for you.
For me?
Yeah, what is one thing that you would like to see happen either for you in 2024 or that you would like to, it could be anything. What would you like? What would that one thing be? If you can have one thing happen in 2024, what would it be?
It's gonna be big, and it leads to a catapult. Like it'll lead to bigger things. Headlining the House of Blues
in Dallas,
and not just a side room because they got the side rooms too. I'm talking about one of the big main stage House of Blues, like with the squad, like headline that joint, like really sold out show, crowd rocking, good old time. So for you, what you got?
Oof. Last year, I'm not gonna lie, ended on a very hard trying note.
Oh yeah.
So I think for me, I think the one thing I would like to gain a little more, I would like to grow. I would like to grow in certain areas. One of them being wisdom. I want to be a little more wiser going into the year.
Amen.
Be a little more wiser. But I want to see myself. I want to see myself in the position to where I'll be able to travel a little bit more, and I'll be able to. Who knows? I might find me a missus
Oh,
and
that's
make
the
me
other thing.
happy.
Find a dope chick. That's like I said. I need like let me man.
Yeah, like this is gonna be the year. But I want to see this be the year where like I find me a dope chick that's chill, loves family, loves life, loves to laugh, loves football.
When you find a girl that love football, I think it's gonna be a wrap for you.
Oh yeah, and
Like,
like just move on to bigger and better and brighter things. But it's all gonna be one day at a time. We're gonna take it. We're gonna be one step at a time, not rush anything. And
right
with
on.
all that being said, you know who this is. It's your boy. Well, you see the double O, you see the Mr. Double Zeros, Mr. Three to the Dome. West Side Izzy Peasy in the building. And I got the homie right here, Mr. Junie June, Mr.
More
June
music to
in the
come.
building. Mr. Better keep an eye out for music that's coming out soon because he be dropping them hits, baby.
And like always, thank y'all for tuning in, and we are out of here.